Happy New Year. It's the year of the Blackwater rabbit. We just came out of year of the Blackwater tiger. They're in sets of twos. I'm going to do a reading for you. But I wanted to show you this first because I'm not ready. I'm just out in my little prayer bush. But something interesting happened. So this is where I sit. I was guided to make this space very early in my awakening so I would have a place to pray and connect and commune and all that stuff, which I encourage you to do. It's great to have like a designated area. And you know, over the past couple of years, I've collected these two statues here. This is actually a rabbit that my mother had in our childhood garden when I was growing up. And this poor weathered old thing I found at a thrift store. And I didn't know it wasn't weatherproof, so I stuck it out here. But I love the look of them now. I just feel like they've been on such a journey. And I realized, I looked out the window the other night and I realized one is a rabbit and one is a tiger, which, you know, links the 2 years. We've got the Blackwater rabbit and the Blackwater tiger. And you can see even that this tiger is like significantly more, like weathered, has really gone through something. And we've got this rabbit who is pristine, who's like made to be outside. And so when I came out today and I was just kind of sit and think, sometimes this happens to me where little things get left, and we have indeed an offering. This appears to be some kind of bone. But what I'm hesitant to touch it, but I will, only because I'll wash my hands afterwards, don't worry. But it looks like it's not quite hollow. But I think that might be kind of the metaphor, that this is a bridge between these 2 years, between these two worlds. So yeah, let's see what the cards have to say. Hi! Okay, I'm on my lunch break, so we're gonna do our reading now. And this is basically gonna be for Year of the Blackwater Rabbit. We just came out of Year of the Blackwater Tiger, and I had showed you my statues. I think of them as like my guardians out there. And I only just put together that they are like a rabbit and a tiger. And there was that crazy bone. That happens though, like there were crows out there. There are like crows and stuff that come and go. And actually, oh my God, I hope a crow left me a bone at my like prayer spot. It'd be really badass. I don't know how that bone got there, but it felt like there was like this tunnel, an organic tunnel, and even a little bit of a spooky, like a bone. You know, we've really been through something. I think that the juxtaposition between these 2 years in particular is going to be a bridge. I think there's a little bit of a before times and after times feeling too. The things that you went through during Year of the Tiger made you a tiger. They are things you can't come back from. You're totally different now. When you look back on things, you're like, what? I can't believe I lived through all of that. I can't believe like how successful I am now in this, that, and the other thing. So I get the feeling of a triumphant tiger, but maybe an exhausted tiger as well. And what's interesting is that we are now going into a rabbit. It's like a predator animal, like a really intense animal. Tiger represents death in a lot of the philosophical cultures. I think in Taoism, the tiger does, or there's something where the tiger represents death. It's considered the deadliest animal. And now we're going into a rabbit who is, you know, someone who might be eaten by a tiger. Interesting. I think though, I get the impression that the self that you became in the Year of the Tiger is actually now the champion for this rabbit self. I think you are going to be able to be a little bit softer because of the strength that you earned. We don't get to be peaceful, like truly peaceful people, until we have gone through war. Interesting. Soul mender. Yeah, I think there's this power here. Look at this. You have the power to heal yourself. I think there's a gentleness and a quickness and agility about the rabbit spirit that is assisting you. And it's like, now you know how to be aggressive, or now you know how to be whatever tiger qualities that you had to take on. And this black water implies too that it's like a deep yin, feminine, dark, emotional state. But this lightness, a lightness is going to be, I think it's just going to be easier than you think. to mend all of this, to heal everything. It's like you were out collecting provisions or something, and now you're back at the camp and you're like all messed up, but you're like, I got it. I'm good. I'm picturing you like around a campfire and you've got all your stuff with you. And I think there is a little bit of a time before the time where it's just you around a campfire with your wounds and all the stuff you got, which is cool, but you're like, at what cost did I get these things? You know, like, So if you're in any sort of doubt or hesitation or regret or something, wait. Just wait. In the spring, I think there's going to be something that directly connects all of this, or it might be when you are finally like the rabbit, like you really feel like the year of the rabbit has started for you, because like we're in January right now, so it really does not feel very rabbity. But I think probably around Easter, there's gonna be rabbits everywhere. So, and Ostera, is that what Easter is called, like the pagan name for it? But pay attention around that time, because the rabbits that appear in your life around Easter, the Easter rabbits, are going to be more than just Easter rabbits. They will have, they're even saying like a message from Persephone, like from the underworld. This is when I think she comes back, right? Yeah. That's like what the spring is, when she comes back. Which is familiar. I think this could be in relation to a pet or something like that, but I think you're gonna have new friends. I think you're actually gonna have like maybe even a powerful ally on your side. Or if you're in a work environment or something, you're gonna find your work bestie or something like that. And this isn't in relation to a romantic thing or anything. I mean, like it maybe, I don't know, but like this love, the reason that makes me think it's not that is because is because it's so pure. Like the way that one loves their friends is totally different, and without expectation. Although I almost said with expectations. So maybe this friendship is gonna make you step up a little bit. Maybe it is a coworker. Oh, maybe your powerful ally is someone who's like a boss, who's like, you can work for me, but like you're gonna have to be your best self. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what we need, is we need someone to really believe in us, so that we have to prove, sometimes we want to prove our worth. And we really, with this soulmate, I mean, like we know how to do everything. We learned everything. We're using all of this in the new year. And it allows, really, I'm coming back to like, it allows us to be gentler. Because the same type of stuff always happens in our life, right? Like you'll have ups, you'll have downs, you'll make connections, you'll lose connections. I don't know, then you die. But if you are a rabbit about it, you are quick and cunning and clever, and you can hide, and you come out even, they're diurnal, I think it's called diurnal. They come out at sunrise and sunset. And that's the in-between times. There's an in-between time. I'm being brought back to that bone too. An in-between time. And right now we're in the in-between time. We're around the fire. I think that this will last until Easter. And then, yeah, there will be some sort of rabbit announcing you out. Like, then you'll be like in full rabbit swing. You'll be like one of the rabbits. You'll be a part of it for your hot rabbit summer. And then in the summer, you really get to show, I'm not just a rabbit. I'm a tiger underneath this. Oh my God. You are a tiger in rabbit's clothing. But rather than it being a wolf in sheep's clothing, I don't think this is a negative connotation or anything. I don't think this is like sneaky. Oh, interesting. Well, because we just talked about the rabbit being a little bit clever. It's not sneaky though. It's just protecting itself. So you might be in an environment, you know, this person's given a chance on you or something. You're in a work environment and they're like, let's do this, bud. And you feel maybe there's a little bit of an imposter syndrome thing that comes up where you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I ready for this? Is this me? Is this so different? I have so much responsibility, something like that. You're absolutely ready. This would not be happening to you if you were not ready, because you did this. Like, you create your own reality. Even when we're talking about fate and destiny and guides and astrology and everything, you are the human who is living this existence, this life. Just for good measure. Ooh. Oh
my God, I think this is a little sign. This is lavender. Lavender and chamomile. I used to not think that herbs or crystals or things that came up in readings were like important at all, because I don't really know much about herbs or crystals. I've only recently started the herb trail. I mean, that's like the rest of your life, right? And it always is going to change whatever your body needs and everything. Maybe it's not if you go to school for it, but maybe you are going to school for herbs. But I really think lavender here is making a point, because at the beginning of my awakening, lavender came up a lot, and it came up as washing, because it means like lavender is the verb to wash, I think, in French. We're going with that as the meaning of this. If it's not, apologies. Yeah, like this is to wash oneself clean through nature or a natural event, a natural occurrence, to allow oneself to be shaped by the years, to give into time, and really to stop fighting. I think there was probably a lot of fighting, either with yourself or with other people, or something going on, like a strife and a striving and a wonderment that was an extreme wonderment in Year of the Tiger, which now the rabbit is giving into, dancing with, playing around. The fact that the rabbit is diurnal, it respects its predators. It's like, well, you live at this time, I will live in the in-between times. I will fit. The black water rabbit, I will move, be like water in between these things. Move effortlessly. I think you're really going to impress yourself with just how cool you are now. Like, you've got this tiger energy and you've got this rabbit energy. Oh my gosh. I'm stunned. This whole I like had pulled a card, but I hadn't even looked at it. This is such a good one. This is a skin shifter. Yes. And it's a, look at the creature is a human shaman. A human shaman is a skin shifter. You are able to go into any of these environments and be like truly loving and compassionate and like a force of good, but not even just a force of good, an eye, just a watchful eye. It's like when you awaken to this dream within the dream, you think something bigger is gonna happen, and it does, but it's the same thing. It's a deepening, this black water, the deepest black water, the bottom of the ocean, of the same thing, of this same life, deepening of the same life. Becoming this rabbit and knowing that there will be, I don't even remember what I think it's Year of the Dragon afterwards. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, oh my gosh, so you're gonna have this tiger power and this rabbit gentleness, and all of this creates a dragon. Doesn't this look a little like a dragon? I think it's supposed to be a Quetzalcoatl, something like that. Listen to this quote. I am the ferocity of the burning sun. I am hide and feather, fang and claw. Yes. It's 11 minutes, 11 seconds as I look up. Oof. Ooh, this is a good one. I am the ferocity of the burning sun. I am hide and feather, fang and claw. Hide and feather, fang and claw from different animals. Yeah, and I have no idea what this symbol means in the game or anything, but this symbol, whenever I see it, is like the North Star. It's always a really good sign when the North Star shows up. Follow that light within you. That is leading you home. Ah, I love it. Let's keep going. What else is gonna happen? I'm so excited. Oh my God, this one. Ooh, mass calcify. Interesting. There will be challenges along our path, but that's okay. We are an intrepid traveler. What are our challenges here? Let's see this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So I take this sign, this mass calcify, as being, I don't know if you've ever heard the term of like a pineal gland being calcified. So sometimes when I get this card, I think of it just like a holding point or a pause on a spiritual journey. And so we said maybe in the summer we're gonna have to finally like use all of these wits, and we're out of this in-between time. We've rested around our fireplace, or the fire, you know, whatever that metaphor I was going with, and we've tended things anyway. And so now we're finally ready and it winds up being like ready for battle at the same time. It's not going to be nearly as bad as whatever it was which made you a tiger, though, because you're a rabbit now. And you're not learning tiger skills, you're learning rabbit skills. A tiger attacks outright, but we already talked about how the rabbit is trying to blend in, is trying to live its life, trying to just live with other little rabbits. I think, though, yeah, there's maybe someone or other people or something. Maybe this has to do with work. Maybe this has to do with, like, you know, maybe someone has given you an opportunity, or you are leveling up in some way. And either maybe, you know, maybe it's just someone new you meet and you just don't get along, and that's the karma, that's the path, that's what you're learning from each other, how to figure out how to get along, whatever, work together, live together, play together. But I don't remember where that sentence was going, but by same train of thought, yeah, it's like another night. This is another person on your journey who is like capable. I actually think that this might be, I'm getting the feeling of arrival, and arrival is important because the arrival of the rival, oh yeah, this means that you've really leveled up. Because if someone sees you and sees your work, sees your life, sees your love, and is like threatened by it, or is like, I'm just like, I want to be like that, I want those things, this means that you really have begun to embody a true self, because people can see it and they can judge it and they can decide like, hey, I want to like. A rival is someone who you kind of work with. You wind up learning from each other. I mean, talk about Sherlock and Moriarty. You know, I almost said Macbeth. Interesting. Whenever Macbeth shows up. But I meant to say, shoot, who's the other one who had that rival? Shakespeare and the other writer. Anyway, the point, you get it. There's an arrival of a rival. And look at this, territorial gorger. Okay, so maybe you got something new going on and someone doesn't like it. Maybe you're in a new place and they're like, I've been here forever. Like, you can't just come in. Like, I'm the current reigning champion. Are we gonna tussle here? Are we gonna have a problem? Something like that. So there's something about what you're doing which maybe upsets someone, or someone comes in and is like, I want it. So like, either you're entering into a situation and there's already someone there and they're like, whoa, young buck, like I'm the reigning champ around here. Or vice versa, like you're doing your thing, you're grooving, and someone new comes in and sees you and your splendor and is like, I challenge you. Interesting. There's something about this here which is a little bit, I might throw you off your game a little bit. And the fact that Macbeth came up, and that movie, actually I think it is coming out as a movie. Noted, I guess. But anyway, you're not supposed to say Macbeth in a theater if you know anything about that. So Macbeth has very, very powerful symbolism, and there's witches in it. I believe actually Hecate might be in Macbeth. So that's intense. How does it all resolve itself? I mean, I already know, because you're resplendent. I'm gonna use that word again, resplendent. And you are the champion of your own story. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. Okay. I'm not lying when okay. I tried to start this reading earlier and was like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I gotta start over again. I got like a little self-conscious. But these two cards are what came out. I swear to God. Oh, I almost wish and then I like deleted it from my, I'm also like very organized with some things, not most things. If you saw the rest of my card, you'd know. But I just like deleted right away, so I can't even put it in for proof. Whatever. Now I'm talking too much. Okay, what I had gotten from this reading previously was like, there is this turmoil, like a deep, I'm even seeing this as like your blood boiling, like this lava inside of you, just like passion. And so this also maybe this rival is like a lover or something. Like there's something going on between you and someone else, and it is karmic and it is fated and it is amazing. And you are triumphant, of course. I always see this Ron Sable as like a little champion, and he's like, yeah, I'm proud. I won the little weasel show or whatever the hell this is, Sable show. And I even was saying before that this, I almost said rope around them, but it's not rope. It's like a curtain or something. But I guess we're thinking of it as rope. Rope is actually, it's like untying. It's like being free of it. Yeah. Okay, a whole bunch of cards just fell. Let me see if any of them mean anything. Do we have too many, or can I read these? I'm gonna read all of these all in one go. I think they're kind of our final message here, because I'm gonna take a little walk around before I have to go back to work. Okay. Yeah, like these are like tattered shreds of this like turmoil, or this thing that's just around this champion who stands alone, triumphant in the breeze, in the wind, right? I think this is going to be totally fine. And even look, this guy is leaning back and he's screaming in this primal acceptance. There's a lot of acceptance about this reading too. Being like, oh, okay, life is always going to have something going on, and I will always meet it. I will always match it. I know that the rivals in my life will make me better because we are trying to match each other. We respect each other in a certain way. So whatever I don't know what this is, but whatever it is for you, you do love and respect this person. If you didn't love and respect this person, they would not drive you nuts. That's how you know. You'd be like, what an idiot. But this person, you're like, oh, gotta beat him. And that's how you know you're like, because we are equals, man. Yeah, very, very Moriarty. Just someone who is smart. And you're like, I'm smart too. Yeah, he's like screaming into this, like, bring it on. This is great. I think this is even better than you can imagine it. I think it's like, there's a professionalism in this. I think even this might be the mentor. If there's a mentor that comes into your life or something. I dropped these again. So note to self that I keep dropping them. There's probably some sort of cyclical meaning in that. Yeah, there's something about this interaction that happens that levels you up, and it's like no sweat, piece of cake. I don't think you wind up caring that much about this person, place, or thing that winds up being like what you have to utilize all of your skills in, because we're learning about, I think the rabbit gets away, you know, like, and you have your little hole underground, you've got your friends, you've got your I'm even seeing like a schedule, like I'm seeing little rabbits, you know, outside in the yard after dinner time, because we're thinking about summertime, right? I think there's nothing to worry about. And this might be new for you, that conflicts or excitement or like high emotions or things that matter, this matters. This really matters to you in some capacity, and it goes well. I think you're used to those things not going well, and you back down, or like someone has a hold over you or something like that. But you learned in Year of the Tiger how to be a tiger. And that's literally not going to I don't think you're going to see that aspect or like the resolve that comes from this until it's tested. And you're out there like trying to be a rabbit, you're with the other rabbits, some comes around, either is like messing with the rabbits or just exciting things, and you're like, whoa, I'm actually a tiger in rabbit's clothing here, so you better watch your ass. And this is what leads you into, I think there's, oh, we're gonna get, I just forgot that we have our things. We're gonna get more into it. But then this leads into Year of the Dragon. I actually don't think this is like, all right, let's read those cards. Why am I saying this when I could just read cards? Oh, well, we've already got sun at the end, so this is gonna be amazing. Like, oh, man. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is like such an incredible reading. I feel like doing readings like this where everything's just like boom, boom, boom. It just feels so good and so aligned. So if you're watching this, like, you're doing great. You're aligned. This is so good, man. All right, listen to this. Listen to this. We're starting out Pillar of Light. I think that there is like an epiphany. There's almost, I'm seeing someone get like charged with light. Or did you ever see like Digimon or Sailor Moon when it's like they like transform into their powers? Yeah. And you're suddenly transforming into your powers. I don't think you're going to recognize yourself. Like, yeah, something goes really well. You mentioned something, you're like, this isn't okay. Or you're like, actually, I think this. And everyone's like, okay. I mean, not just like that, but there is some way that you were able to fill yourself with light. I love this too. It's called Pillar of Light, the Jedi, which goes through us. You become a Jedi. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. By the time it is Year of the Dragon, you are a Jedi. Working. You are out in the world. A working Jedi. You got that light turned on. It's screwed on. You're a resource. You're light. Oh man. Okay. Let me get that. And then what happens? So then, yeah, these two go together. So then you're out here. This is, I'm not going to pronounce his name. Someone's vile offering. I think something happens which makes you realize, I think it makes you remember why you started this journey. This conflict or this thing that happens, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might just be the devil. You know, like the rival might literally just be, there's always a devil in our life. There's always a darkness sometimes we feel approaching. Maybe this is a battle with addiction and it comes up again. And you're like, no, I have everything this time. Like, how can please don't let my addiction take me again. Like this cannot happen. And so like, it looks like all hope is lost, right? But then you're like super powered with this light of the Jedi here. And you come totally differently to this situation than I think you've ever come to anything before, frankly. And you're a fucking angel. This goes so well. And it doesn't just go well like, oh, I avoided that. Oh, it's like, you're amazing. You really shine. You put it all together. And everyone's like, oh, my bad. I didn't realize there was an angel in this fight. I didn't bring my wings to this angel fight. Yeah. It's this resolute archangel. I think this is what you started your path to do. There is something really fulfilling around the corner for you, and it's a challenge, and it's going to take you to all the places you've already been before, but then new heights. And the new heights you might not be expecting. You might just be like, well, I guess I'm underground forever, like Persephone in the wintertime. Like, well, I guess I'm with Hades forever. Well, I guess I'm underground in my little rabbit hole forever. No, you have wings. You might even surprise yourself that you have wings. And all of this is learned, though. This is the balance of the tiger and the rabbit. Absolutely, absolutely incredible, because like I said, our last card is the sun. Congratulations. You're a dragon. Oh, what a fantastic year. Wow. Yeah, you ride off into the sunset. A fully formed rabbit tiger who becomes a tiger. I mean, a dragon. A rabbit tiger who becomes a dragon. Or a tiger if you want. Or a rabbit if you want. It's like all of these selves that you have collected, you are able to use as almost like guides. You can use them as your own, you can go into any situation. It's not really a mask because you're bringing up that self, but you're free to, it's almost like you're free to walk about the place. The keys to the kingdom are yours. Take a look around. You are suited for any environment. You're safe. You're loving. You can protect yourself, you can protect others. Yeah. I mean, what more could you want? And I think that's where the year leaves us. So wonderful. Just a real pleasure. To whoever I'm reading for, your energy is incredible. I'm so excited for everything that's coming for you. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, and the bone is the bridge. The bone is the bridge. I'm also, when we talked about our lavender here, I think what they're meaning is like the physical reality is going to be important in a way that maybe it hasn't been before. Like, I think things are going to be real. A lot of these spiritual concepts, as you dedicate yourself to it, It's not even dedicating. It's like it's already done. It's just like, just sit back and watch. Just watch. Just let time change you into the person that you agreed when you came here on earth that time would change you into. This time is fulfilling an agreement that you had. Death, the devil, death is fulfilling an agreement with you. Respects you quite a bit. Okay, wonderful. I gotta go back to my like muggle job now. This is after this whole epic journey we were just. All right, I love you. I'll see you around.